Not to brag, but I rarely mess up the toilet. Weird flex, I know, but stay with me. Secret is, it's not a matter of good diet. One does not simply get through life without going nuclear in the toilet at least once. If they say they've never have, I call bullshit, no pun intended.
Disgusting!
TMI, but I don't own a toilet plunger. I never have, I never will. We just never clog a toilet in my house. So I'm fucked if we ever need one. Even in every place I moved in, no matter how dodgy the plumbing is, my personal toilet just never not stop flushing. But the point I'm trying to make here is I prefer having a bin in my toilet, you know, to put the rubbish in. Not that deep, but in some houses with no bins, just curious, where do you put your TP, your rubbish, sanitary stuff, and whatever else? What sorcery do y'all use? I always put my non-toilet rubbish in the bin. I always thought this was a self-explanatory, unspoken household rule everywhere. But if not, that's cool too. This is just a personal preference of mine. This one time I was living with a roommate for a year, and I just came back after visiting family the night before, and the morning after, I didn't even get to finish my breakfast that morning until my roommate calls me and it happened. My roommate goes like, toilet won't flush. So I was like, I'll finish my brekkie later, won't take too long, I'll help out. I'm in a good mood. So there I was, getting my hands dirty, giving CPR to this porcelain bowl for the first time in my life, not knowing if I'm doing it right, when I noticed the lack of TP and thought, why does it run out every few days? It doesn't even last a week. Like, this is the first time I had this TP just rapidly clear itself like this. Why is she just watching behind the door whilst I pump life back into this mofo after she used it? As the water splashed onto me, like a normal person, I go like, ew, to which she replied, it's your shit. So I sat there, toilet plunger in hand, thinking I didn't even get to have a shit yet since I came back. You were stuffing this poor thing with TP, haven't you? Why haven't you used the bin? Why do you use a ridiculous amount of my toilet paper? Why am I on my knees fixing this after you dropped the kids off to the pool? I was having an existential crisis mid-toilet revival on the spot. I just sat there thinking, is this my life till my tenancy ends? Surely having a roommate isn't this bad, right? Soon I find out having roommates gets worse. So yeah, I did eventually manage to revive Toilet Coon, and every other time she clogs the toilet too. The amount of TP I spent that year was insane. I legit had to take my TP back into my room every time I used a can. But I never had to unclog a toilet ever again after I moved out. And legend has it, she's still clogging toilets to this day.